good evening. What is up? What is up? Happy Easter, everyone. Hello. Oh, okay. Senorita JDL decline, brother. I'm gonna send you another request. We are 5 minutes early, so we can introduce our very, when I say very, special guest tonight. Hello.
Am I in?
Good
I'm not
evening.
in. What?
Amigo, brother, where you at?
What's happening? I can't
Yeah,
can't see myself.
Yeah, same here, brother. You want me to drop it first? Then you send another request? Oh, there you go.
No, sorry. I
There
had
you
the
go.
camera on back. I'm sorry.
It was just
I'm
backwards.
sorry. I had the camera on backward.
It's all good.
I didn't know that.
Good
All right. I
evening,
thought it
good
was
evening. Happy
okay.
Easter, brother. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. I don't have a bunny, so I brought Pikachu with me. So it's the closest thing I have to a rabbit
Okay.
at home.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't have, like, I don't know. The excitement with me, it represents a whole nation, amigo. It represents a whole nation.
I mean, 2 weeks straight, brother, you had these amazing guests coming on, and I don't know how you do it. I don't know, it must be the Ken Warren magic, I have to say, but you got this, brother. You got this. Happy Easter, Triple F. Happy Easter.
I hope I do, and I think I do. Happy
Oh,
Easter
I'm pretty
to
sure you
people
do.
saying Happy Easter in the comment section. And speak of the comment section, guys, thank you for reminding me. Before I forget, I shall post
Pin the post.
the
You got to pin the
movement
post.
that we follow. There you go. There you go.
Oh, Kayden just got in. Kayden just came in.
Ati Kayden, hello, good evening. We're starting a little early to introduce you. A few more minutes, we'll be on by 9 a.m. sharp Orlando time for you. So hello, please show some love for Kayden Carter on the comment section. Smash that heart button, fellas. Smash that heart buttons. I can't.
There you go. That's a lot of hearts.
I know.
Adam Tang is on, man. Adam's
up?
on.
What's up, brothers? All right.
Adam, long time no see, Adam.
What's up, Adam? Oh, wait, how do we do this, fellas? Okay, so if you're wondering what I posted, what I pinned on the comment section, that is for the Kaya Natin Movement fundraising and donation campaign. So it says, for donations to our frontliners fighting COVID-19, please visit this link that we provided above, below on the comment section. Now, if you don't have the means to donate, as simple as sharing this link will help our fellow Filipinos locally here in the Philippines a lot for the supplies that they need for face masks and other supplies that they would need for everyday function. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So you ready? You got 2 minutes left.
I think I'm ready. Like we should wave to Kayden. Hello, wave back. Happy Easter to everyone. Happy Easter. Thank you for viewing.
Happy Easter, guys.
5 minutes early. Thanks, fellas. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. If you have any questions for Kayden Carter, please do put them down now at the comment section. Just keep them coming, fellas. Keep them coming. Smash that heart button. We got a minute left. A minute left before we go on live. Hashtag PWOG live here with Kayden Carter herself.
I should drop out now so that you guys can invite her in, and then I'm just gonna watch and help you moderate, brother. You got this, man.
Thank you so much, amigo. Thank you so much. I'll
All
see you
right,
later.
See you later,
See you
amigo.
after
See you later.
a few more minutes.
See you later. We'll
Thank you,
get
thank
you later. Don't worry. All right.
See you both. All right. Man, 34 seconds to go. My goodness gracious. If you're just tuning in, the comment that I have posted right below is for the donation fundraising campaign of the Kaya Natin Movement supporting frontliners fighting the COVID-19. If you have the extra means, extra cash, or just maybe you want to help out in your own little way, simply visit that link that I provided below. All right, we got 10 seconds left. Oh my gosh, I feel like the Royal Rumble. Oh my gosh. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Without further ado, please welcome our very special guest, multi-talented WWE NXT Superstar, a former Crash Lucha Libre Women's Champion, Kayden Carter herself. And 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm just waiting for Kayden to accept. And hello. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Man, oh my gosh. Thank you. Happy Easter. I don't know how to start this off. I don't know.
Happy Easter. It's Sunday.
God.
It's so early.
I know. Are we making history? This is the earliest wrestling interview ever. It's I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been up this early. So
My apologies, but super thank you.
no, I'm
How should we address you in the PWOG live? Would it be Lacey? Would it be Kayden? Kayden, Lacey? How do you want?
You know what? Anything is fine. I'm so open. Like every name, my family and my friends still call me Lacey. You know, like I'm still Kayden. I'm Ate. I'm anything. Whatever.
All right. Well, for the night, we call you our very special guest as that PWOG. Like I am stuttering because of the excitement. Oh my goodness. All right. So we'll start this off. So the most important question we should ask anyone that we come encounter with, just in every day, especially with the pandemic right now. How are you, Kayden? How are you doing during the quarantine?
I'm great. I actually was feeling bad last week because I guess I ate a big box of donuts and just
Oh, you indulged.
and it just didn't. It wasn't right, and so like I just wasn't feeling good in that aspect. But I'm better now. I'm excited. I'm actually like, if I look weird, it's because I just got a tattoo. So like I'm like on my neck. So I'm just like this the whole time. So that's great. I did that. And I've been in quarantine a little bit. Just been working out. And we did right before quarantine got serious. We did. I got to do Monday Night Raw. I got to do a main event, and I did the NXT Gauntlet match. So I was pretty busy like during the whole the start of the quarantine. So but otherwise, I've been healthy and good, and everything's been fine. My family's good. I've gotten pictures and videos from my friend Chris Panzer. It's crazy over there.
Of course. Yeah, we were discussing about that. But actually, before we discuss some updates on the quarantine, actually, so it's an exclusive. You just had a tattoo how many days ago?
One.
The new tattoo. 1 day ago? A day ago? Yo, if you don't mind, can you show the tattoo? Or
I'm gonna try. You guys don't judge me. I'm gonna try here. Hold on.
Oh, no problem.
Can you see this?
Oh, yo, that's sick.
Is that
who is that? Is that you?
No, that's Itachi from Naruto.
Oh, yo, you tap a whole new market here in the Philippines with that. A lot of our fellow wrestlers are actually anime fans, and you know, oh man, I'm sure.
That's great. I have a Kakashi on my leg, and I have my hero. I have my hero blanket.
Oh wow.
I'm like,
where do you watch it? Like just some anime websites or Netflix? Where do you catch them?
So Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll. Most of mine actually are on Hulu, so I don't really need anything else. But any kind of streaming like that. I also have like Viki. It's like that has nothing to do with anime, but it's also like something I watch because I watch a lot of Mandarin dramas. My Asian fellas.
You're really tapping into like you have no idea the modern Filipino, especially the modern Filipino wrestler are like just I'm not sure whether there's a weeb or like is that the correct term? Weeb?
Weeb?
Is that the correct? I don't know which term is that? Like just anime fanatics.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't come across that term yet. I don't know. I just say I'm
okay. I think Senorita JDL actually confirmed weeb. So yeah, there you go. It's a new. Hey man, yo, whatever makes you happy, whatever inspires you, especially if I'm sure the inspiration that you get from the tattoos that you get from the animes is enormous because you actually you put your passion in your sleeve, or like if I'm making sense.
Well, I guess people don't understand that anime has a lot of like useful help, like or useful things for wrestling, like the stories, the drama. Like I don't think I've ever been so emotional more than I have like watching an anime. I think that is like the number one, like where you get your inspiration from. Like wrestling is based upon like sometimes like good and bad, or like how you tell the drama, and like any anime show is just perfect for that. It's ridiculous. It's amazing.
Yo, absolutely, absolutely. They're different kind of storytellers. They tap into the kids market, and then like as early on, you start them early. Everyone's into the stories, for sure, for sure. Okay, can we? Is it okay? Is it okay if we tap into the questions, some fan questions, really early?
Yeah,
on?
so let's do it. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, from at MJ Lapos, what Filipino traditions did Ate Kayden experience growing up?
So as people notice about like what I just posted, I got to experience my first boodle fight, which
Yes.
which that was cool. Also I remember doing my debut. My debut was a big one. Also, what else did we do? I'm trying to think. Debuts, boodle fights. Oh, I don't know if you can consider these traditions, but like every time, like we have like our karaoke parties, like our celebrations, like
You're talking to the right person.
the Easter, the picnics that we have for Easter, that was great. Always for church on the day before Christmas. Just oh man, there's so many. Everything. I don't know. I know my mom. They're very hard on, you know, like I've only been like on my mom's side, so like growing up like like I've always been introduced to different things, but especially we have to Americanize it because my grandpa.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but yeah, all the regular, that's for me, it's just everything that has to do with every holiday, any birthday, from like family gatherings, New Year's with the rice and the egg. I never understood that. And the money, you put the bowl of rice with the egg, and then you put money in it.
Yes. I think that's from what my understanding. I think that's actually a Chinese tradition, but that's the Filipino, the Asian in us.
Yeah, my mom has us do that. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't understand. Honestly, I just go with it, you know.
Yeah, for sure. just like how a typical Filipino would, we just go with the flow. And as long as it's fun, it makes us happy. Yo, let's just do it.
Yeah, hey, that's my family all the way.
And speaking of boodle fight, actually, funny you should mention, because after you covered Filipino dishes on WWE Performance Center's YouTube page with fellow Phil Amps, Shotzi Blackheart, and Joaquin Wild, as a fellow sweet tooth, have you tried any Filipino delicacies? If yes, what is your favorite? Besides the ube-filled pillows that we saw on the video.
We didn't have my favorite. No one, like, I don't understand why no one makes it, but I love Biko. And that's like my absolute favorite. But I'm like very particular on how it's made, because like my brother Jeff and my stepdad, they make it with they like mix the brown sugar and everything all in one, and I don't like it that way. I need it where it's the white rice and then you have to sit the brown sugar on top.
Yeah.
And then I like to heat it up where it gets like almost sticky but hard, and then whatever. Yeah, that's my favorite for that. I really love suman. But I have to like load it in sugar. Those are my two top for my sweet tooth. Like I'm not like I did dabble in halo, not for me. So I mean, whatever.
Okay. No, we get it. It's probably one of the mix. I don't even know what do you call it, for lack of a better term. One of the beans, I guess.
Yeah,
probably that kind of ruins the taste. I don't know. For me.
I mean, dang, what was I just about to say? I just like lost my term, my word.
Suman,
No.
Biko.
Dang, I don't even know what dessert I was just gonna say. I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, it's all good. But on that note, we are gonna go to another fan question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
All right. So from at Alexis_Kingdom18, how did the tag team with Casey Cantazaro start, or # Team Ninja?
So when I first got there, like they just threw me in a match. My first match, it was like they're like, "Hey, go ahead," and she was my partner. And I started to notice like we did a lot of stuff that were like kind of similar. And then like we just like, I don't know how or the day that it happened, but like we sort of built a friendship and like have been like best friends ever since. But realized that like in wrestling, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this or anyone else, but like in wrestling, it is a competition, but at the same time, like it's necessary to be like close with people and have people that you can like, you know, have that can have your back, you know. So with me, it's not a challenge. Like I don't ever feel threatened, and I always feel like we make each other better. So like our whole like this whole time it's been nothing but super supportive. Like here's some ideas, like I got your back, like I'm here for you, like all that kind of stuff. And it just worked, it clicks. And so like we, like I said, just one day from them just randomly sticking us together and being like, you know, hey, here, try this, and it worked. And ever since we just been building off of that and just realized that we had a friendship outside of wrestling, you know. So it in the ring it's amazing. So I mean, geez, that's how it started.
Yeah, and speaking of Team Ninja, actually, you guys, both of you, I thank both of you for actually making the WWE Performance Center YouTube channel one of those entertaining places to witness your just adventures together from the Universal Studios there in Orlando. And actually that latest one from 2 weeks ago, I think you were just backstage messing around and talking about a possible, I don't know, in Connecticut, if everyone's Triple H, I don't know if we're tight. Like, if you're watching, make a reality show for Casey Cantazaro and Kayden Carter. Casey, well, she said Casey squared, or like Casey and Casey, right?
Yeah, it works. She can like literally, she doesn't have to be like Casey as in Kacy because she's Casey Castaro. She can be Casey and Casey, and I was like, it still works. Yeah, they just stuck cameras on us. Like it was our first time tagging in so long since Casey's been back with us, and like we just were sitting there, and they're like, hello. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, for me, I mean, that's me, myself. Like, that's us, like, naturally how we are. So, like, putting a camera there was, like, even better. Like, it was hilarious. And I didn't think they were going to post that. I didn't think they were going to do anything with it. But they liked us so much that they were just like, here's the floor.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that story. I thought it was, like, it was a planned thing. Because, like, so maybe that explains why, Casey Cantazaro asked, like, are you rolling? I think that was the story behind it, right? Like, are you rolling right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know what's gonna happen in the performance center. Honestly, like you know, part of your daily living is like someone popping out of the elevator with a video camera and just like, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? You know, like it's crazy.
Man, I bet, and like a true Filipino, you're always up for the challenge. And when there's a camera there, we're here to entertain. We're live, pal. Okay. Well, there's a statement from there's a question actually from @CZRN Sano. Besides, do you know any Tagalog words? She was actually mentioning earlier. Did you forget the word turon? Or were you about to mention turon? Really?
No, I saw that and I was like, no, that wasn't it.
That's not it. Okay.
There was something else that was like sitting there. That was on the tip of my tongue and I just couldn't remember it. It was a dessert. I can never say it. It's like cariko.
Leche flan? No,
it's like cariko. It's like the deep fried ball with the brown sugar on it. It's like it comes like on a skewer.
Oh, a deep fried ball. It's this. We are not talking about the caramel ball tart, right? Because that's not Filipino. No. I got this at the Phil Fest one time. It was really great. But I just don't know. My mom always says it. I don't know how to say it. Ooh, leche flan. Oh, sorry. But to the question is, I do know a lot of Filipino words. But I don't, like, for me, like, my Tagalog has never been, like, something solid. Because usually in our household, when we were growing up, we get in trouble. And my mom, you know, yells at us in Tagalog. And then, you know, just, like, go to understand. But I've always tried to challenge myself to learn a lot more. But it's not necessarily necessary because, you know, everyone speaks English, obviously. And I just was never, like, around that much to, you know, because I'm always involved in sports or I'm always, like, trying to do my own thing, like, growing up. So, like, I never really, like, learned it. But I do know a lot of words. And then also I have all my Filipino friends trying to teach me. So, I have that, but that's it. But at least as a Phil I'm sure you are aware of at least the bad words, right? Those are the words you learn first, right? That's we're just keeping real here. Like, you have to be aware of the bad words first, so that you know what not to say. Right?
Yeah, obviously. That's how it goes with every language. When I was in Mexico and I was like learning to speak Spanish, like I'm like, why do I gotta be taught all the bad words? Like, and I didn't know it. Everyone's like laughing at me, and I'm like, what's going on here? But it's like I feel like it's tradition when you're learning a new language. You just gotta. Yes, there. Look down at who's that?
Karaoke?
Yes, is that
Really?
it?
What's that?
Oh, what?
I don't know. I will search. Oh my God, what's karaoke? Fellas, someone well, you did explain earlier. It's karaoke.
It's like I'm not exactly sure what's in it, but like I know it has like the sticky sugar. It's like really hard to eat sometimes. Like it depends on how it's cooked, but it's like almost like a dough that's like deep fried, and it comes like on a skewer, and it's I don't know how to explain. It's really bad for you, but it's really good. Like
the guilty pleasures.
it's because you know what my mom did, and I never like I went to like the Phil Fest they have here in Tampa, which I was really excited because if you guys were here for WrestleMania,
You were supposed to.
Yes, and so there was the Phil Fest happens in that week of April, or like it's either that week that was WrestleMania or the week after, and I was like, oh my God, we're gonna get to go to one of these like like Phil Fest. But I went back like way back when I was little, and that's the first time I ever tried it. But like I got to explore. There's a lot of things I still don't know from back then, like what I've ever tried, because I don't question. I mean, side note, I'm a foodie. So like whatever you throw in front of me, like I'll eat it, like for sure. Like so, except for balut. That was I was scarred in that video. My mom was too, so obviously it wasn't up to par, because if my mom was not having it, then it wasn't the best version that I should be eating. So.
Well, I think same here actually, because like it's a very subjective thing with balut, and like what I don't know, to give you some tips. At least this is what I do. Like, of course, drink the soup, or just crack the shell small, and then like drink the soup. And afterwards, because especially here in the Philippines, when we crack a balut up, sometimes you actually see the fur of the baby chick. That's just, man, I'm not too drunk to eat this, and I don't plan on getting drunk actually on some days. And just close your eyes. It's actually good protein, just get it.
One day when I go to the Philippines, we'll try it out. We'll try it out, because
you'll be surprised with the balut here, and goodness gracious. But shifting gears a bit, let's pull back, because you actually mentioned a lot of you covered a lot of topics. Let's go back to the start of your career before wrestling, before WWE. So I actually have a question here for you. So coming from a basketball background, what made you choose lucha libre as your in-ring style?
My mentors, the day I walked into school with Bubba and Devon at 3D, there was two men there named John Cruz and Jay Rios, and I walked in and they like just welcomed me with open arms, and their style is lucha libre. So my whole goal before I even started wrestling was to be like them, because they wanted for me to be successful. They had faith in me, and I wanted to be a spitting image, because they're amazing wrestlers. Like they are so good, and they're like learning, like that's the style that they taught me. And then unfortunately, when I first got signed to WWE, they didn't. I know a lot of people know this and they don't know it. Like I got signed within a year when I started wrestling, and then I had my contract taken away because I didn't pass medical. But when that happened, instead of like thinking it was something bad, I went and I just started to go. Where did I go? Yeah, I went to Mexico right away. Like after that happened, and I fell in love even more with like this style, and that's just like how everything like evolved. And then I realized like that was for me. Like after watching everything, like I'm not super technical, like I can do things, but for me, my enjoyment is the creativity and the flow and the way that lucha libre is, especially spending time in Mexico. I love Mexico. Like it is like my second home, whatever. But that's how it all came about. It's just because I want to be like my mentors, and I want to make them proud, and I want to like do things that like no one ever expected me to do, and to just like kind of like make it my own, because you have the ability to create so much with that.
And speaking of actually making it your own and like being different, did that lead up to you joining La Rebellion Armilla, or the Yellow Rebellion? Did I say it correctly?
Amaria.
Amaria, sorry.
So they like, I don't know what happened there. Like one day I was like sitting there and they were like, we want you. And I was like, what? They're like, I kid you not. Like literally they're like, we're going to bring you into this group. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And then I walked out like with them, and then something like just like a little switch went off, and then like my initiation felt like it was supposed to beat up Kayden. And so I did. I joined the party, and then they're like, here's your shirt. I was like, okay. I was like, this is what it is, you know? Which I'm also so thankful for them, because it's like without that, like not without that, but like I said, people never, every single time I've like showed up somewhere, no one ever expects to get what they do, because you've never heard of me. Like I'm not out there in the world like that. So like when I first arrived in Mexico, people were like, who is this? Like, who is that person? You know, like, and then upon joining their group, they're like, I don't think they expected me to be that way, you know? And so when them allowing me to be in the group, like it actually just like helped, because it's like, you know, Garza and Bestia are so well known, and you know, it was like actually fun, because it's a different side. Like I don't know if you ever watched like what they do and how they do it, but they are like phenomenal just people, and like they have a way with the crowd to make them hate you and love you at the same time. I've never seen that, and you know, just being a part of that group was just it was amazing.
Thank you for sharing that story. And I wish we can get one more fan question, and since we are running out of time, we're respectful of your time, because you do have a taping later, right?
No, so got canceled, so I'm not in a rush if you want.
For sure?
Yeah, no, I'm free. Like we got canceled, and because I think I don't know if we're gonna start going back to lives or what we're doing. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're gonna. I don't have a taping today, so.
Okay, yo, please. Okay, well, with that, on that note, let's capitalize like a true heel.
I never get to, I never get to like interact with everybody. There's a funny story about PWR I'll have to tell you in a little bit, which is really funny, which is why this is great. But I never get to like really interact with like my friends or people who I've met or who I wanted to meet, or like, you know, so like I'm always open.
Thank you so much, Kayden. That means a lot, because we have a lot of questions for you.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, we have to acknowledge what's my name 30. Hello from Glasgow. Man, there are a lot of greetings for you. Showing so much love
hi,
for you.
Everybody. I'm sorry I can't like say hi individually because I can't see. Wait, hang on. Here we go.
Okay. So there's TMC G963. OMG, hi. That was like a few minutes ago. That's very, you know, that's natural. That's genuine. That's genuine greeting.
Genuine. Love it.
Yeah. Okay. So shifting gears a bit, I have a question for you. So for the benefit of those who don't know yet, how did you come up with the moniker Filipina Spitfire?
So, so the thing is, I'm always like trying to post like awareness. First of all, like everyone is always so shocked to hear that I like represent the Philippines so much, and I think it's like super important, because it's like I'm not looking for acceptance from anybody, but I'm just spreading awareness that is something that I've always been so proud of my entire life. Like, granted, I may not speak full Tagalog, or I may not, you know, like live in the Philippines and everything, but like it's just something that I want people to be aware of, because it is a part of me. You know, it's something that I don't deny. I'm very proud of it. And also, like, my entire life I've been called a Spitfire. So like basketball and like whatever, because I think I have like small dog syndrome, and I feel like that I'm like larger than what I am. Like I feel like I'm 6'2". I feel like, you know, that I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. So that's where Spitfire comes in. So like when I got to WWE, I loved the way it flowed, you know, and I like, you know, being like associated with that. So that's how I came up with the name for myself.
I see. So you chose that, because I was about to ask as well. How about was it your choice, or was it WWE's choice, or was it joint idea thing that for you to be billed from the Philippine Islands?
Well, see, and that's another thing too. I don't like being, not saying I don't want to be billed from there, but I think it'd be more sense saying I represent it, because, it's like a legal thing. So like, I can't I have to like get that changed. I have to go through a lot of things to get that changed, you know?
I see.
But you know, regardless of what, it was my own choice. You know, I feel like it's a different world. It's like you like, I'm a new, like, you know, I'm Kayden now. And I'm like, well, now Kayden's, like represents the Philippine Islands, you know, like that's my choice. I just want, like I said, it's just, I wanted representation, and I felt like a lot of people didn't know, because if you look at all the videos and anything that's posted, everyone's like, what? She's Filipino? And I'm like, please don't be. I was like, Filipinos come in all different shapes, colors, everything. Like, I was like, let's not go there.
That's true. That's true.
So this is a very big stereotype, and that and I'm trying to really break that down, is because, like I said, people aren't very like aware of like the many shapes of people in the Philippines, you know.
And it's about time, like especially NXT, with the eyes now at NXT, someone actually, you know, to someone like you would break that stereotype that, yes, I'm also considered Filipino. You're actually Filipino American.
Yes.
And that's also considered Filipino. Just for everyone watching it. You know, we're considered Filipinos too. Well, you guys.
That's what and that was like a big topic of discussion between me, Shotzi, and Joaquim, is just like, you know, dude, like, we're not discrediting that we're like American or whatever. Like, we're just saying, like, we have Filipino roots, and like we practice traditions, and we eat the food, and we, you know, we're around the people who have been there. Like my cousins, I have cousins there, you know, like I'm able to chat with some of them. I have a lot of friends that have been there, you know, like it's just, there's so much that is involved, and it's just such a pride thing, and people like mistaken that for like me not wanting to be anything else, or like wanting to do this. I'm like, no, it's not that. It's just like how I grew up, you know, like, I'm sorry that I want, like, you know, to spread awareness, like, or to like not, like I said, it's not acceptance. It's just like, you know, why does it have to be a question? Why can't you just be happy for me, you know?
Right. It's like, because we need more Filipinos on the mainstream, like, especially in the wrestling industry, you know, everyone should embrace it. I think it started with TJP, right?
Yeah,
TJP,
we just,
like wearing the tights.
Just had this conversation, because he was trying to do the same thing. And I feel like if you look at all of us, I don't think that any of us, like, you would go, hey, you're Filipino. I mean, unless you're Filipino, because I feel like when you're Filipino, you can spot out other Filipinos. I feel that way.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
maybe, yeah, we have that sense, that spider sense.
I feel like most of the time I was like, I can even hear, and you need to say one word, or there's like one little feature, and I'm like, I got this. But for all of us, I think it was like, for him and I specifically, because I'm not so sure that Shotzi and Joaquim, like they represent it, but like not to the fullest like I do, and like what he was doing, because we had that conversation, and it's like, and he was like saying, like, you know, I was trying to get that going, but you know, it like, when you're in WWE, it's hard, because if you try to like go to one thing, like it could like pigeonhole you from a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? So like, yes, wanting to represent that like in a full sense, it can get kind of hard. It can get kind of like, you know, like just like muddled in what other plans that they might have going for you, or like, you know, like, or whatever thoughts that people thought of you. So
yeah, it's amazing. I think you're doing a great job at it, for, you know, on behalf of the PWR, on behalf of Filipinos just who are wrestling fans. We thank you for, you know, just representing. You know, because we don't always have representation on the WWE and in wrestling in general, and that's what we're all doing. Just, you know, trying to, you know, carve that path and just build that bridge. Just like what Kuya TJ would say.
Well, so, I mean, Pacquiao's not the only one who's like doing something. You know, you got all of us out here trying to like do the same thing, and it's just like, you know, like I said, regardless of if people watch wrestling or don't watch wrestling, it's the fact that we are still trying to make waves, like, you know, and do things and like, and support, because, you know, hearing the stories about like you guys, and like and like how you guys train, or like what's available, is like sometimes to me like I'm not gonna say like not fair, but I just know like how much more growth you would have if you were given the same kind of like opportunities or the same kind of resources that we have here. So like for me, it's just like, damn, like I wish, like, you know, like there's nothing else I can do but represent, because I feel for you guys and like I appreciate everything that you guys do, and I know how hard it is, you know. So it's like, that's like my only form of like being able to help, is to represent. That way, if we get awareness, maybe it puts some light for you guys, and, you know, and it helps you guys in some type of way. You know, that's what I want to happen. Well, you know, ultimately in the end goal.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And you have a whole nation behind you. Kayden, we tell you, man, on the internet, on social media, we're going to start from TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. Even on YouTube. We'll be there supporting you. And actually, speaking of representing, can you please tell the background story of your Sampaguita tattoo? That's on your right shoulder or left shoulder? I think right or left?
Oh, my left. You made me look. I was like, wait, what? I have actually, it connects with, actually I got 2 tattoos, I lied. The other day I got this one right here, which is like Mundo, which means the world obviously in Filipino, but it's also a nickname that my father gave to me, but it connects with that one. And I have a phoenix. Hang on, I'll show you guys.
Alrighty.
You see the phoenix with my son?
Dude, it's badass.
Yes, so that all connects to this. Like, I dedicated it to my Filipino side, and then on the other side of that is the Jamaican national flower as well. But I felt like it was a good way, like, to keep representing. Like I said, like, you know, at some point, like, you know, it's for me, like, just to represent, like, to know, like, in like what I appreciate, which is like obviously my Filipino side, and that's why I decided to get my Sambuguita and my flag, and like the phoenix obviously just represents for, like, you know, new beginnings and all that kind of stuff. But I thought it was a cooler version, instead of getting, even though I think I will do it, I will become Batista and have like 4 or 5 sons on me.
Yo, please do, please do.
I think I will, because I already have one. People don't know about that. I also have another Filipino flag tattoo, which I refuse to show because it's so ugly. It was not cute. But it is a Filipino tattoo that's on this inside. But I have, you know, like I said, I'm very proud. I can't say anything more but how proud I am to be Filipino. So, like, that's why obviously I have my Sambuguita and my flag, and now my word that really is meaningful to me. So
yeah, actually, thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that, Kayden. Yo, not everyone. Again, not everyone. We can stress that enough. Would do the same thing. And actually, speaking of tattoos, I don't know if someone has already asked you this, but what was your first tattoo, or what was the moment that made you think, or that made you get a tattoo? If I may.
I think I've always just wanted to, like, have some type of self-expression. I've always been like my mind's always been outside the box. And why are you staring at me? Sorry, I have a fox and he's staring at me. Like, literally, he's like looking. I wish I could show you what he's looking.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've always had, like, I feel like I've always just wanted, like, some type of self-expression, and I wanted to do that. And when I was like 17, I was like, can I get a tattoo? And my mom was very against it, obviously, and my dad took me to get one, and it was supposed to be like this big of a cherub, of like a little angel, and, you know, whatever. And it ended up being like this big. It was huge, and it took up my right shoulder, and my mom cried. It was pretty bad. But that's what I knew, like, back then, like, way before, like, I even turned 18. I was just like, I want to be a canvas, you know? Like, I mean, yes and no, because I don't want my entire body done, but, like, that was the moment I knew that, like, tattoos were going to be, like, a part of my life, you know?
And probably that's one of the reasons La Rebellion considered you to be a member of their
I feel like I was the only one with, like, bad tattoos. I don't think Bestia had any, or Garza has any. I don't. This is weird. Like, I don't think, you know, like, I'm not sure that everyone has tattoos. I mean, for a while though, like, obviously my mom says, like, you know, I don't know about this in the modern day Filipino world, but my mom always really was like, hey, cover up when we go out, because, like, you know, like, my friends, like, you know, I guess, you know, in a traditional Filipino household, like, tattoos are not, you know, very accepted. She said, well, that was back then. I mean, now, you know, between her and my grandma and everybody, they're, like, actually okay with it, you know, because it doesn't prohibit me from working or whatever. So
yeah, absolutely, and I think this is part of being our mothers being conservative, for lack of a better term, you know. That's very Filipino, a very Filipino trait.
Yes. And I'm like, and it's not like out of disrespect, but it was just like, I have to be, you know, I have to be me, like, and I can't, like, be anything else. And it's like, I used to tell her that, like, you have to accept me, like, you have to, like, this is who I am, like, and it's like, it's no disrespect, and it's not saying that I do anything less than anybody else, but, like, man, tattoos they're great, you know, like, it's just a way to, like, tell people, like, about yourself, like, about who you are, like, you know, you can tell a lot about people in their tattoos, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Like, That's almost like a I don't know what I was about to say. Like just a way of action speaking louder than words. Because have it on your body and represent. Yo, what is up? Doggo in the house. What's the name?
Gizmo.
Gizmo. Hello, Gizmo. Thank you for being on the hashtag PWOG Live. Hello. Say everyone viewing this right now, smash that heart button for Gizmo. Come on, fellas. Come on. Hello, Gizmo. Thank you, yo. Thank you.
My spot. Okay, I'll leave you alone.
Thank you, Gizmo, for making that. I don't even have the word for it. That quick segue, or I don't know. All right, shifting gears a bit. So, well, actually, still on the wrestling talk. At Ann Janica asks, "Hi, Ate Kayden. What was your main inspiration for your overall look?"
So when I was, what is my inspiration? It's like my evolution. So my whole being started when I first did my first ever Lucha Libre show, and I was given a character, and she was considered a witch hunter. Like, it was an actual character. Like, this was the best kind of show ever. It was like based upon like paintings from Pale Horse, and they were given that because remember, I was like, when I first did this match, it was like my maybe like my 5th match in of wrestling, and they gave me this whole character, and after that I just evolved that. She went to Rebellion, and then then she became like Mortal Kombat, and which I love, obviously, like I love Mortal Kombat and all that kind of stuff, and like my gear was like Scorpion inspired, so it started from that. And then it was like, then we made this evolution to where we are now, which is like, it's completely like who I am as a person in one. Like, so I look like a video game character, but like, I'm like a tomboy, and like, but I'm still a girl, and it's just like a combination of like me, like staying more true to myself. Because obviously I walk around with cutoffs. I play basketball. I walk around cutoffs all the time. That's my thing. And like, obviously I still represent Rebellion. That's where the black and yellow always comes in, because I know where, like my support started. So like, I just have like a lot of variables from things that mean stuff to me and to why it's that way. But that's pretty much how my inspiration to what my look is now,
And if I may add on, that was your luchadora witch hunter alter ego, Renata Calivera? Is that correct?
Yes,
right.
Renata Calavera. Yep.
Renata Calavera.
Yes.
All right. And I actually saw the from the get go the first time I saw you on WWE the WWE.com WWE website. Actually, the Mortal Kombat. I'm not a huge gamer, but like I was about to say Sub-Zero, but it was Scorpion. Stupid old me. Sub-Zero's colored blue.
I got a blue one, but don't get me wrong. Sub-Zero was a part of all that.
Okay.
But yellow always they always associated with Scorpion, because obviously I was like big on the yellow. But it was never like a thing, But like I said, I feel like sometimes people think I just jumped out of a video game. It's just like when you like all the whole look, people just assume that, and I'm like, okay, let's just go with it. I love it.
Funny you should mention the video game, because I've been watching this past few weeks, but I've been reviewing your matches online, and like. I always notice when you're about to go up and do that lucha move, you always say, "We're going up," and you sound like a video game character. I don't know. Do you still do that? We're going up. And like,
I do, and it's weird because like I never really like think about it when it happens.
Yeah.
So I never knew that was like such a thing. Can you stop me?
I tell you, you sound like I say keep that. I don't know. Like you're like a video game character. It's like that. It's actually, I feel like WWE is just waiting. Just like, so you're getting in the WWE video game 2K next year, and you're getting like an action figure made soon, and I'm like, yo man, she looks like an action figure already. Might as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Like that's something like I don't even think that's like something like real. Like it's crazy. Like to know that that's like something that's possible for me. Like I don't know. I thinking about it, it's exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, so I don't know, because as we wind down for the questions right now, shall we move on to the next segment that we have? Okay, so I had this segment, and last week it was actually called "What's Your Story?" Now, myself and my tag team partner Jake De Leon started to think like, you know what? Let's think of a different name for that. So he thought of the name. So give credit to JDL. He thought of the name of "Shoot Your Shot." So basically, you're gonna tell a story, a shoot story for the picture that I'm gonna show. That's gonna appear on my background magically with the magic of iPhone. So
Okay.
it's right over here. Are you ready?
Let me get ready for this. I'm really nervous. Okay.
Okay, if you're ready. Alrighty. So please tell a story about this one. I don't know if you see clearly.
Oh man, that was a class. So that is making it to the WWE with the probably some of the greatest superstars ever. This I don't even know what to say. That's a throwback. Oh god.
For sure. I had to do my research, brother.
The shoot story here is that the elite of elite was recruited here, and you can clearly tell by today you have like champion, number one contender. You have someone in the NXT UK, someone who was friggin' top gymnast, Impact, tallest Chinese guy over here, Tyshawn. Man, like that for me, this picture is actually like a representation of like when I wasn't known, being able to stand around a bunch of my peers and knowing that I was capable of doing that, like because this group was a really special group. Denzel just wrestled Seth Rollins, Io just won a ladder match. Deanna just had a match with Nia. Keith's champion. Luke's killing it in the freaking UK. Like, man.
You're all over the place. This batch. Tough to beat, huh?
Yeah.
All right, thank you for sharing that. Okay, next photo. Is this this one? This look.
Oh, I love that look. Oh my god.
Right.
So this is Renata Calavera. Can you not hold on? Just pause 1 second. Hold on.
No problem. Gizmo, come on.
Yes, go. Sorry, he has to go outside.
No problem.
Okay, so yes, that's Renata Calavera. And that was built by Pale Horse. She emerged from the Lucha Libre show, the Pale Horse show, against Lechuza. That's her sworn enemy, is Lechuza. Yes. So that was made by Damascus, who was one of my favorite companies. But yeah, wow. I love that picture.
you should get that black Winter Soldier looking face mask thing and just put it back.
You know what? How did I know that mask was going to be useful in today's day and age? How did I know?
Yeah, in next week's taping, I don't know, just use it. Just bring it back. Why are you wearing the same thing 2 years ago?
Throwback. I actually started making my own because those were really hard to get. Like, so the face mask, like, it looks so cool, but, like, I guess when people don't understand when you have this much hair, like, it's really hard to take on and off, like, and you're, like, trying to be cute, so then you walk down the aisle, and then you, like, take it off, and then you have to do, like, one of these, and then it gets stuck, and you're like...
Make sure camera 3 is not on me, like, when you're inside the room.
Which it always happens. It's ridiculous. I can't.
All right, thank you for sharing that moment. Next photo.
Oh man. Ugh.
Please tell a story about this one.
So this was really a David and Goliath story. This is me versus Vanessa Craven, and she was the biggest female here in the Mae Young Classic.
6'2", standing at 6'2", right?
6'2", yeah. She might have been 6'3", because she was taller than Marina, but I don't know. But yeah, very David and Goliath story. This was like such a challenge, like having someone be able to move the way she does and hits as hard. And this is the very first time I ever graced NXT, the television, because my debut, my first match, this was my first time in the Mae Young Classic, since not being there the first one, which I was supposed to be in, unfortunately. But I'm glad. This one was great. A rough match, David and Goliath.
And actually, from this match, I was rewatching it again, so I haven't seen it in years, 2 years actually, or a year ago. This is where I get why you're called the Filipina Spitfire. I saw the aggression. Actually, all three of your matches with Vanessa Craven, with Tayanora Conti, and with Meiko Sakamura. The crowd was just into every single match. You were telling a story out there, and like I get why you got why they signed you in the first place.
Oh,
So that's
thank
like,
you.
yo, it's freaking awesome. Like, yo.
I feel like that's me in everyday life. I'm like that. Like I want 100 all the time. Like it's so funny. Like if you ever like, I swear to God, if you talk to me like ever like down the road and we're just ever like sitting there and talking, you'd probably just look at me and be like, I see it. I see it.
Like, yeah, yep. This is my favorite right now. Thank you. Okay, next photo. Oh, dang it. It's not seen, but it's obviously a photo of you and The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Please tell the story, Kayden.
Oh man, so like I had no idea that he was gonna even be at the Performance Center. Like obviously you never know who's gonna pop up, and he got in the ring with us. He talked with us and everything, and I know that for me it was important that I hunted him down and was like, sir, not to bug you, but I would love this picture, you know, because, you know, for me, like, it's an inspiration, like, to everything that he does, like, coming from our business and, like, doing all that stuff. I was like, I've got to get a picture with you, and, like, I need it. And I told him this straight up, like, I was like, I need, you know, I want something to motivate me. And, you know, I waited and I didn't care. I was like, I want this. I was like, it's, like, once in a lifetime kind of moments, you know, and that was that. I did, and he was so cool. He's like so chill and just full of good advice and just really easy to talk to. And like I can't even believe that's real. Woo!
Yo, like, we're happy for you, like all the Under Armour fans. And speaking of a quick segue, because you were from what I know from an interview, you're a former Under Armour employee, right?
Yes.
And like you meeting The Rock now with his line, was it the time he had the line for Under Armour or no?
Yes.
The Rock line.
That's the one thing I made the mistake with is not talking to him about being an employee starting when I started my wrestling career and I was working at Under Armour and wanting to like represent the transition, because like you know how like people have stories like when you like model something and they like do these like little cool stories. I thought it would be so cool for me to represent like Under Armour or even his brand, just because it's like, dude, I started from like being like transitioning from like not having any wrestling experience to like finding a school to getting signed, like, you know, and I started Under Armour, you know, so that would have been a great thing to ask, and I totally just slipped my mind. I was so like just in other questions that was like not what I was. Man.
No, well, for sure, Kayden, and the next time you see him, maybe at a WrestleMania, at a SummerSlam, on Monday Night Raw, because we're sure you're going to be there soon, or a SmackDown. Yo, just tell him the story again. You know?
Oh, Chris Panzer shows up in the chat room. Interesting.
Yeah, Chris Panzer, who betrayed me last year, was supposed to be a tag team. Actually, backstory for everyone. Chris Panzer is the reason. One good thing he did last year was introduce yours truly and Kayden to each other online, at least just to let fellow Filipinos talk to each other. And when we were the gym selfie daddies, then he super kicked me on our WrestleMania, our Revolution Next. But whatever, I'm getting all heated. It's not about me. Anyway, let's move on to the next photo. Oh, dang it. It's also not seen. It's a photo of you and Instagram. You are screwing up. You and Casey Cantazaro. What story can you tell about this photo shoot, or just you with Casey in general?
During tapings and everything, Casey and I like always have adventures, clearly, like whatever, and we literally walked by the photo shoot and it was like, oh, let's take pictures, like let's do whatever. And like it's funny because if you ever like scroll through like the actual like photos, like it's like me like lifting her up, like trying to get her over my shoulders. Like it's so funny, like in the different stages of like how we got to this picture, you know. So
the most normal looking one.
Yes, you know, like we post those, like we don't post those all the time, you know. But he just Chris is starting. Sorry. But yeah.
I know. Like, you know, I'm trying to ignore being a professional right here. We are live, pal. Not now, Panzer. Not now. We're ready to champion. What else do you want?
So yeah, we like I said, we like to take pictures, like just all kinds of crazy pictures, but we always like to get the one that is like most like, what am I word, postable, you know, to the world, to the public. But I mean, it's all good times. Like this is just one of the many moments that Casey and I share with each other. So
okay, thank you for sharing that story. Now we're down to the last photo. It's actually supposed to be 5 only, but we're on to the last photo since you had a little bit of freedom for today's interview. So this one, hope it's not Zoom. Okay, That's not bad. All right. This one. What can you say about? What's your story? What's your shoot story for this
I believe
shot?
this is my initiation into the rebellion.
Mhm.
I feel like this is the day that I was in a four-way match, and we ended up. I forgot what happened. I think I lost. I think I did. And then Rebellion had like a scheme, and we wanted to offer Kayla the chance to be a part of Rebellion, but instead, like, this is the point that no one knew that what was going to happen for me. But as she denied it, I decided that that wasn't cool. I wanted the spot. I took to her, and I earned my spot in Rebellion. I believe this is what this picture was from.
And the rest is history. It was this before or after you became Crash Lucha Libre Women's Champion?
This is before.
Before. Okay, so that boosted you to the main event scene for the
Yeah,
championships.
it was cool. You know, like, that's the thing too. It's like being able to be in this group. He's not in this picture, but Black Danger was my partner along the way, because like for females, we always got put in matches with like the some of the great younger guys, and so we always had like mixed tags, and Black Danger was my partner. And like, man, I mean, if you ever watch these guys, like, they are incredible, and to be in matches with them, and just to be able to like, for them to trust me to base these guys, like, whoa, like that, like, yo, it was great. I mean, I watched a couple. I'm gonna post one here soon of a match that I had with one of my best friends, Ultimo Maldito, and we killed it. Like, he's phenomenal. But I miss those days because, like, you know, like, they push you to another level. They're crazy. They can do some things that I've just never seen before. Like, man.
And it speaks to your talent because they chose you, and you're in the WWE now. You know, with Garza actually.
Yeah, with Garza and the other Garza, with Ultimo. Humberto Carrillo also was a part of Rebellion. He wasn't in the bigger faction, but like, he was still a part of it. But he's in his own world now. But it's cool that three of us from Rebellion actually made it to WWE. So we're just waiting on Bestia now.
No, you're next, promise. In the immortal words of Goldberg, you're next. You are next, Kayden. All right, thank you so much for giving us more than what we talked about. We try to be respectful of your time, but you had nothing else to do, and you're so generous with us. Thank you so much, Kayden.
Before I go, I have to tell you this real quick.
Yeah, please.
So what is really funny, and this has no picture because I don't have actually I do have a screenshot because I saved it just in case I came to this day ever. So back then, when I was trying to go places, I was supposed to go to the Philippines, and I had reached out to PWR, and I wanted to wrestle for PWR so bad. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming there. Like, I don't know how to get here. I was like, I don't know if you accept people. Never got a response. And
what? We are good. When was this? When was this?
It was in November of 2017. Because I think I got signed in 2018, or my first time ever getting signed was 2018. Yeah. But I think it was November of 2017 or 18, one of those. And I remember being so sad. But the good thing is, like, why I'm glad it didn't happen is because I got a phone call, I had to, like, as I was buying my ticket, I got a message saying, like, you have a tryout and whatever. And then that was, like, history from there. So it was, like, cool. But I remember telling Chris this story. I was like, I can't wait to tell everybody in PWR this story, that I wanted to wrestle in PWR so bad before I was anything. And I was like, I just don't think they do outsiders.
Well, I'm sure the PWR board has this topic of discussion for tonight.
Yeah.
What happened? We are gonna search for that message.
I will. I think I remember sending it to him because I was like, because I remember when I first met Chris, I was like, because he was like telling me, like, you know how he helps out, he whatever, he does his job for whatever for PWR, and I was like, oh, so do you handle emails? So I was like, or do you handle, like, I was like, are you the one? I was like, are you the one who would, like, ignore me?
Sorry about that. Look, we are talking about a height of a heat with PWR, and like the the IG live expired for an hour. We are sorry about that. No, the climax is about to, like, oh.
I was like, he hung up on me. I was like, okay.
That's rude. Like, I'm not doing this again.
No.
I'm sorry about that. Like, yo, sorry. Was that just? Oh man, was it an email? Was it a Facebook message?
It was a Facebook message. It was. I wish you could just go pull it up and look at it. I remember I typed it in because I remember I was like, "Is it still here?" And it obviously it was. Cause I swear I sent it to Chris. I think so. I think I was just like I thought it was funny because, like I said, it was like it like the way everyone came into my life is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was just like a good like backstory moment. I was like, one day this is gonna really make a good story.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's like my thing. Like, I even want, like, I'm hoping when we get on track in some day, some way. I don't think it's looking like it, but like, my plan was this year to like, hopefully in December to come down there, like, because like obviously like that's when I get a little bit of a break, because I was like, let me just try this again. I was like, we'll try this years later and see what happens. I just want to wrestle there one time, and I want to see if I can get permission to do so, and hopefully that can happen, because I really want to be there. I want to experience it, like just on my bucket list,
And we would be honored on behalf of Philippine Wrestling Revolution. We would be honored. Open arms, represent like this, black and yellow as well. We will. Look, if you need someone with a 5-second segment, just kick me in the face. I don't know. Like, just throw me out. Throw me out of the ring. I don't know.
I just want to have a full match with you guys. I told Chris, I was like, I want to have a match. Maybe we'll have like a 4-way, and I can wrestle you, Jake, and Chris in the 4-way.
Yes, please. Yes, please, yo. Yes, please. And you pick the stipulation. I don't even know. Whichever.
I don't even know. I don't even care. Like, whatever.
Whichever. All right. Man, Kayden, we have so much questions we didn't get to go through earlier, and I apologize on behalf, because like we don't want to keep much of time, because it's still Easter Sunday. It's around almost 10 a.m. right now there in Orlando. Is it Orlando or in Tampa?
Orlando,
and we're just very thankful that you gave us a short amount of time for you to do this interview. We are very, very, very honored. And if you have any parting words, any social media accounts you want to promote, any fundraising campaign that you are supporting right now that you want to promote, please do so. Please do so. Okay?
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for having me. Like, I absolutely love being able to chat with everybody. Like, especially in times like this, it's keeping me sane. It's never a problem. Like, I'm more up on a social butterfly, so I just love to talk with everybody and answer questions, because obviously there's so many like mysteries that people don't know about, and I don't mind, like, people getting to be aware of that. Also, I think you guys are promoting a fundraiser for the frontline, our workers. My sister is in nursing, so I don't have any particularly that I'm over here. My fundraiser ended. That was for my cousin. Her house caught on fire.
Sorry to hear that. Yo, what?
Yeah, it's unreal. So we got to raise a decent amount of money for her, so that was amazing. But just keep supporting our frontline workers. Like, they are doing so much, and I feel for my sister. She works in a hospital, so like I know what it is, and we just want everyone to be safe out there. And I'm always open to questions, interviews, everything. So people, I'm here. It was great. I'm so happy.
You heard it here first at #PWOG Live. Again, at the Kayden, at the Lacey, Kayden, Renita.
Renata.
Where are my notes when I need them? Renata Calivera.
Yeah.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. And I don't know what else to say. Hoy! Thank you. Thank you. Sobrang salamat, Kayden. Thank you so much. Hope to talk to you soon. And I don't know, just board game online. I don't know, whichever. Just catch up.
Yeah, no, totally. Like I said, like, you guys should definitely keep in touch with me. I absolutely love being able to speak with you guys. Like, it's been so long that I've been wanting to meet everybody, and I just think this was awesome. And I really appreciate you having me. So. Thank you
for agreeing to be on. Once again, keep safe out there. Keep washing those hands. I don't know. Stay. This is weird. Stay outside. No, stay
Stay inside.
away from staying outside. So I don't know.
Wait, what?
Or stay inside. Stay. Basically. So yeah, I just wanted to pop you.
That's great.
Thank you so much, Kayden. All right, you enjoy Easter. Please and try to enjoy Easter. I don't know.
I will be here in my house.
Get a workout in. Get inspired by the Rock photo. Next time, I will actually on the replay of this. We're gonna post it. We're gonna send it to you, and like we're gonna post the actual photo being seen. So yeah,
I'm gonna and everybody look out because Ken has it. I will show you guys my my message to PWR.
Oh my gosh! Oh, we don't have so much heat with you. We are sorry.
Just kidding. It's good. It happened all for a good reason. We're in a better place now, and
Everything happens for a reason. You are where we're aiming to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm happy. So it's fine. But I still want to show it to you.
On that note, maraming salamat. Thank you, Gizmo. Thank you for your. I don't know how we're gonna pay Gizmo, but some treats maybe. So we're gonna send those treats for you too, Gizmo. Thank you so much.
Bye.
You got. All right, man. What an episode. Hashtag PWOG Live. I thought last week's episode with Kuya Fala and Jake Wenko was the biggest. Dude, this week, oh my gosh. Kayden just really tore the house down. Main event, Oh my gosh. Can someone tell Jake De Leon to be here, man? I have to get him on, my tag team partner. Somewhere. Is JDL here? Someone tell JDL to... Okay, I'm going to put him on. Dude, man. What an episode. My goodness gracious. Dude. Happy Easter.
I think I got some explaining. I think I got some explaining to do. I don't think I saw that email.
Well, please do, brother. Amigo, I don't know. Shoot.
Okay, so this was November 2017?
Yeah,
November 2017?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I replied to every email that was there. Like, I know
Facebook message,
back
brother.
then.
Facebook message.
Oh, it was a Facebook message.
Yeah.
There was... November 2017 might have been the time where there were a lot of inquiries also with boot camp, so sometimes it gets mixed up. Maybe it's like, it gets buried in the messages.
November 2017? I think I know now. Was that around we stopped doing December shows? Or no, that was the year prior, right?
No, that was the year before. So, yeah, this one's on me. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, dude.
But yeah, I apologize to Ate Kayden for not seeing that message. But again, months later, she signed up with the WWE. She got that chance. So everything happens for a good reason. But for sure, when she comes here, I hope that they give her permission, and I hope we do get her to do something with PWR because that would be amazing. And yeah, I'm just so embarrassed right now, but I'm so happy with the guesting, man. That was an amazing guesting.
Very, very thankful for Kayden Carter, current NXT Superstar, just made her Raw debut. I forgot to congratulate her on air.
Yeah. There was actually a lot of questions that we couldn't get to because like Kayden was just telling us a lot of stories with her, and we were just having a lot of fun. And
yeah, that's true.
I
didn't want to break moments because she was actually paano ba? Dinadaanan niya lahat ng tanong, man, and I'm like, it's just
she was having fun, and this is a great way to like finish off our Holy Weekend also.
Easter Sunday indeed. That was the best
Easter Sunday.
Easter surprise or whatever you call it. Pikachu. Yeah, Pikachu. We got Gizmo. Hey, I saw your comment.
We got Bubba yesterday.
And now Kayden Carter's Gizmo. Man, making waves at the hashtag PWOG Live.
Hashtag PWOG Live.
Holy Week special. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, brother. My pin post lost again.
It's all right. So we'll tell them, please always support our frontliners during this time. We are still fighting against COVID-19. Doesn't matter if that was if that was the organization that you wanted to donate to, you could also donate to other organizations. There's a lot out there. Some of our PWR guys are also like helping out with those donations and everything. Just if you can, please help out with COVID-19, or if you can't help out financially, hit the like button, hit the share button, just spread the word, and that so that everyone can see it and hopefully help out.
Yes, yes. And to add on to that, it was the movement we're actually talking about, or the fundraising campaign that PWR is supporting is the Kaya Natin movement fundraising and donation campaign. I will try to add the comment or the link rather to the website in the post after this. And we just have to say our thanks for everyone for commenting. We tried to get to as much people as we can, man. We really tried. And
I really tried. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There was a lot of questions. We're sorry we didn't get to everyone.
We apologize, man. The conversation was just really, took us to a lot of places, man. Places that we could only imagine. And yeah, man, just some PWR wrestlers, fellow PWR stars are actually doing their own take on supporting our frontliners. So I think Cali Nueva still has his drawing campaign, and Gemerlin just raised around a huge amount for the frontliners. So just let us know. Just go to the Philippine Wrestling Revolution page, and for more information, just if you want to help out, again, Senorito JDL already covered everything that you need to do. If you don't have the means, just as simple as sharing would mean a lot to our frontliners to give back to our community. No, that was a mouthful. What an episode. Hashtag Reflection Sunday. Should I close it, brother? Should I close it?
Well, before that, of course, we gotta direct them also to PWR Wrestling from Home on Tuesday with Jeff Cobb, Kuya Jeff Cobb. So just watch out for that.
April 14.
And now, April 14. And now, Ken, you can take us home with your Reflection Sunday.
And before I take us home, I'll disclaimers. After checking out this episode, you can check out. Well, it's not Full Match Fridays anymore, but there are four hashtag Wrestle for Taal matches, full matches from Wrestle for Taal. That's actually JDL versus Crystal, one of the matches. We have Ralph Imabayashi versus Johnny Vander. We have the team of Cali Nueva and Gemerlin versus the YOLO Twins. What was the other match? We have four. We have the all-out fun match.
All-out fun match, yeah.
So after this,
Network versus the Naughty Boys.
The Naughty Boys versus the Network. It's the Network, right?
Yeah.
All right, yep. Man. Yo, please do check this out. Sweep supporting Philippine wrestling in general. And for our hashtag Reflection Sunday, so there's a saying that time is gold. Although that may very well be true, whatever it is that you do with that time you have, that will be up to you, and that will be the reason that you can treasure that time that you are given. Now, with that being said, y'all can hashtag that. Pleasant evening. Happy Easter, everyone.
Guys.
Thank you so much for viewing.
Happy Easter. Goodbye, guys. Good night.
Oh, bye, Pikachu. Good night.